Chapter 1 Sidebar of First Offensive, The Marine Campaign for Guadalcanal by Henry Shaw. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Sidebar: General Alexander A. Vandegrift. A distinguished military analyst once noted that if titles were awarded in America as they were in England, the commanding general of Marine Corps forces at Guadalcanal would be known simply as Vandegrift of Guadalcanal. But America does not bestow aristocratic titles, and besides, such a formality would not be in keeping with the soft-spoken, modest demeanor of Alexander A. Vandegrift. The man destined to lead the 1st Marine Division in America's first ground offensive operation of World War II was born in 1887 in Charlottesville, Virginia, where he grew up fascinated by his grandfather's stories of life in the Confederate Army during the Civil War. It was axiomatic that young Alexander would settle on a military career. Commissioned a Marine lieutenant in 1909, Vandegrift received an early baptism of fire in 1912 during the bombardment, assault, and capture of Coyotep in Nicaragua. 2 years later, he participated in the capture and occupation of Veracruz. Vandegrift would spend the greater part of the next decade in Haiti, where he fought Caicos bandits and served as an inspector of constabulary with the Gendarmerie de Haiti. It was in Haiti that he met and was befriended by Marine Colonel Smedley D. Butler, who called him Sonny Jim. The lessons of these formative years fighting an elusive enemy in a hostile jungle environment were not lost upon the young Marine officer. He spent the next 18 years in various posts and stations in the United States, along with 2 tours of China duty at Peiping and Tientsin. Prior to Pearl Harbor, Vandegrift was appointed assistant to the Major General Commandant, and in April 1940 received the single star of a brigadier general. He was detached to the 1st Marine Division in November 1941, and in May 1942 sailed for the South Pacific as commanding general of the 1st Marine Division ever to leave the United States. On 7 August 1942, after exhorting his Marines with a reminder that God favors the bold and strong of heart, he led the 1st Marine Division ashore in the Solomon Islands in the first large-scale offensive action against the Japanese. His triumph at Guadalcanal earned General Vandegrift the Medal of Honor, the Navy Cross, and the praise of a grateful nation. In July 1943, he took command of 1 Marine Amphibious Corps and planned the landing at Empress Augusta Bay, Bougainville, Northern Solomons, on 1 November 1943. He then was recalled to Washington to become the 18th Commandant of the Marine Corps. On 1 January 1944, as a Lieutenant General, Vandegrift was sworn in as Commandant. On 4 April 1945, he was promoted to General and thus became the 1st Marine officer on active duty to attain 4-star rank. In the final stages of the war, General Vandegrift directed an elite force approaching 500,000 men and women with its own aviation force. Comparing his Marines with the Japanese, he noted that the Japanese soldier was trained to go to a place, stay there, fight, and die. We train our men to go to a place, fight to win, and to live. I can assure you, it is a better theory. After the war, Vandegrift fought another battle, this time in the halls of Congress, with the stakes being the survival of the Marine Corps. His counter-testimony during congressional hearings of the spring of 1946 was instrumental in defeating initial attempts to merge or unify the U.S. Armed Forces. Although his term as Commandant ended on 31 December 1947, General Vandegrift would live to see passage of Public Law 416, which preserved the Corps and its historic mission. His official retirement date of 1 April 1949 ended just over 40 years of service. General Vandegrift outlived both his wife Mildred and their only son, Colonel Alexander A. Vandegrift, Jr., who fought in World War II and Korea. He spent most of his final years in Delray, Florida. He died on 8 May 1973. Robert V. Aquilina. End of Chapter 1 Sidebar. Read by Aaron Bennett.